Greg Johnson, born and raised in Petaluma. The Sonoma aroma just reminds me of home. When I was a kid, I probably changed my mind about every 30 minutes. I went through that, wanted to be a pro athlete, and then I just wanted to be a millionaire, but I didn't really know what you had to do to get there. I just thought you just became one, and then you just had all the money. I did a little bit of everything: baseball, basketball, football, lacrosse. Tried water polo once, but I'm not a very good swimmer. Ridiculous. I could never do the egg beater thing. It just didn't make any sense to me. But I pretty much only did it because the last 15 minutes of practice we got to use the high diving board. So I had a bunch of different friend groups. That way when I got sick of one, I could hang out with the other ones. You know, I could constantly be rotating because I didn't see the same people every day. I got into the bar business. I was living in Sacramento. So my dad was a bartender growing up. He actually bartended in downtown Petaluma at Steamer Gold. So I always wanted to learn how to bartend, and I had a full-time day job, but I was young and dumb, and I needed a way to go out at night and socialize, but not spend money. So my 21st birthday was coming up. I called my dad. I asked if he would pay for me to go to bartending school for my birthday. He called me a name that I shouldn't say on camera, and then hung up on me. He called me back a week later, and he apologized, and he basically said, you know what? Sorry, I just got really mad when he asked me that. He goes, go get a job as a door guy or a bar back and work your way up. He goes, if somebody applied at my bar back in the day and they said they went to bartending school, I would have thrown the application out. That's kind of what I did. I got a job as a bar back / bouncer. They trained me how to bartend, and then I bartended at a few spots all around Sacramento. It was always just a secondary fun job to keep me out of trouble. Moved back to Petaluma, figured I wanted to relax and just bartend part-time for a little while, and that's where I met Brian, and now I'm stuck here. We bartended together at McNear's in the Mystic. He already had the ball rolling, so I kind of came in and weaseled my way in on the ass end of it. The favorite thing about the bar business is, you know, it's granted, it's a lot of the same stuff every day, but it's different every day. It's not like I'm going to an office and just doing cold calls or punching numbers. It's, you know, the world's my oyster. I can come and go as I please. I can talk to whoever I want to. You know, it's always something different. The one thing I noticed is after the whole pandemic, my patience for people was very minuscule. And I think it's just because I was pretty much by myself or just saw the same 5 people for about a year and a half. And, you know, everybody was coming up even just to say a nice thing. You know, oh, I'm glad you guys made it. How's life going? I was just getting so frustrated. You know, I just got so used to being alone. No, I mean, I love it every now and then. I'm good with people that drink a little bit too much and maybe they get a little sloppy, but when people get mean, that's the worst. Now that, you know, we've been here for 7 years and pretty established, we got a nice group of regulars. In the beginning, we were the new spot in town, so everybody that came in, it was their first time, so we didn't have that regular base yet. So over the last handful of years, we've kind of had to filter some people in and out, but for the most part, it's pretty smooth and mellow. So we have the other bar in Cotati, the 8 Ball, and that's just an old school dive bar. And then a lot of people in Cotati have never been here, especially all the older patrons, and they try to ask me to define the donkey. And it's really hard to define this place because, you know, it's not a craft cocktail bar, but you can get craft cocktails. We have 3 cocktail menus. It's not a dive bar, but people that feel comfortable in dive bars will feel comfortable here. Yeah. It's not a sports bar, but people come in here every Sunday to watch us play. It's just so hard to define this bar. It's not a music venue, but we have the Blue Room and we do comedy, open mic night, you know, you name it. No. It's kind of a little bit of everything. I just want to kind of keep, I mean, it probably sounds a little biased. I am a little biased, but I mean, I personally think that this is probably the best all-around bar, definitely in Petaluma, if not Sonoma County. And I'd like to just kind of keep it that. I don't want it to dip down. I don't want this place to ever have a bad reputation. I want everybody to feel comfortable when they come in. And just kind of, I never want to stop doing the events here. I want to keep going. Granted, we do push the limits every now and then on what we should and shouldn't do. But, you know, that's what makes the donkey the donkey.
What's co-owning with Brian like? How's that relationship work?
It's an experience. I think we got it down pretty good now. In the beginning, you know, neither of us had ever done this before. So it was a little bit of a beautiful disaster in the beginning. But, you know, we've got to the point where, you know, if I do something wrong or he does something wrong, you know, we can, whether we're in person or give each other a call, we have that mutual respect where I can call him and be like, hey, being a dickhead, tighten it up, you know, and vice versa. So over the years, we've kind of learned that give and take, and for the most part, it's worked out great. Come in, learn bar etiquette, really not that hard, and just have fun. Don't overthink it. Don't be a dickhead. Come in, be nice. You know, like what I always learned growing up in Sacramento, I'd go in all these crazy little dive bars and I'd sit by, random people. So I'd buy one for the person on my right, buy one for the person on my left, introduce myself, and I still have friends to this day from just walking into a random bar and talking to somebody. And a lot of people think that the donkey is all younger kids and gets crazy, but it may on the weekends after 11 o'clock at night. But I guarantee if you've only heard this place is a madhouse, come in during the daytime. We have a full buffet of food out there that's free that just some of the regulars brought in. Come in and give it a try. You'll probably come back.